Tonight, Washingtonians still coping with the playoff loss, as well as the chance to see the Redskins make it to the Super Bowl. And then there's a lot of concern about rookie quarterback RG3 and his knee injury. What is ahead for his rehabilitation and long-term recovery? Will he be back for next season? Joining us now to talk about the lasting effects is Dr. Eric Wazotsky. He's a physiatrist at MedStar National Rehabilitation Hospital. Doctor, good to see you.
Thank you.
We have to go on, speculative reports. We're hearing perhaps a partial tear of the ACL, the LCL. On face value, what does that mean for a professional athlete who is a physical specimen, but who has injured that knee and had an ACL injury in the past?
Well, if this news is true of these injuries, it more than likely would mean he would need surgery. If the average Joe had these types of injuries, perhaps it could be treated more conservatively. But for him, with his level of activity, more than likely he would need surgery for the ACL. He may or may not need it for the LCL. And with a multi-ligament injury, it could be on the longer side of recovery, but it's still too early to say for sure.
What longer side, does that mean 12 to 14 months? Does that mean a season is lost?
Well, it's hard to say at this point. After an injury like this, they often say 9 to 12 months. These are not normal humans that we're talking about. These athletes nowadays seem to be recovering faster and faster. We saw with Adrian Peterson this year, came back within 8 months from an ACL. So it's hard to say. It depends on the severity of the injury. But with 2 ligaments injured, it may be on the longer side. But everyone's different. Let's hope that it's earlier.
Is there one worse than the other? I mean, since it's the second time with the ACL, or does the LCL play a bigger role in the knee?
The LCL tends to play a smaller role. It stabilizes the outside of the knee, and when it's injured on its own, like what we saw earlier in the season with RG3, it tends to not put our athletes out for very long. But with the addition of the ACL, it's obviously a more serious injury, so it will put him on the longer side of recovery.
Do you think that the field conditions may have played a role in this, or how? I'm having a hard time grasping how not being able to stabilize your foot in that dirt in combination, if that debilitating injury, he was going after a ball, wasn't touched. So it seems like the conditions may have played a role.
Well, it's certainly possible.
Yeah.
I can't say for sure. My feet were not on that surface. But to me, the bigger issue is that he did already have an injury. We saw him hobbling around the field. So that's obviously going to change his mechanics. This is a very active player. This is not a quarterback that just sits in the pocket. He moves around, so he's not moving as he normally moves. And because of that alteration in his normal movement, it's going to set him up for injury.
Hoping for the best, and appreciate you coming in and giving us a little insight into
My great pleasure.
Dr. Eric Wazotsky, thanks so much.